Next one, Copyright Act 1957 confers copyright protection in the following two forms: economic rights, moral rights. So Copyright Act 1957, it confers the copyright protection in the following two forms: economic right and moral rights. First we will see what is economic right, next we will see what is moral rights. So economic rights is nothing but a copyrights can be divided into two forms: copyrights that are economic rights, which protects the economic value of the copyright work. Economic rights means which is going to be protecting the economic value of the copyright project. So in the economic rights you need to write all this: right of reproduction, right of performance, right of public transmission, right of distribution, right of presentation, right of lending. All these 6 points you need to write. Right of reproduction means if any author is created something like he created some book, he written some book, so he can produce any number of copies on that book. So producing any number of copies or producing any number of CDs, like that, right of reproduction. He can have the right to reproduction. Next one, right of performance, which means that he can perform his own work at public places also. Next one, right of public transmission, he can publicly transmit his own creative work also. Next one, right of distribution, he can distribute his work to any number of people, he is having that right. Right of presentation, he can present that his own work to any number. Right of lending, like CD rental and so on. So economical rights means protecting the economic value of the copyright work. Next one, you need to write these 6 points: right of reproduction, right of performance, right of public transmission, right of distribution, right of presentation, right of lending. You can write some examples also. Next one, moral rights. Moral rights is nothing but a there are legal obligations to attribute creators and treat their work with respect. These creators' rights are known as a moral rights, which is nothing but a their own work, who created some creative work, which is nothing but like authors. We should respect the authors. That is nothing but a moral rights. Again in the moral rights you will be having the two properties: right of paternity. Next one, right of integrity. First we will see right of paternity. Moral rights, in the moral rights you will be having the 2 points: right of paternity and right of integrity. First we will see right of paternity. Right of paternity is nothing but a right of an author to claim authorship of work and a right to prevent all others from claiming authorship of his work, which is nothing but a only author should get authorship of a work, which means only author should have the capabilities to do anything on his own work. No other person should involve in his own work. That is nothing but a right of paternity. Next one, right of integrity. Right of integrity means the right of integrity is infringed if the work or film is subjected to derogatory treatment, which is derogatory treatment is nothing but a critical attitude which is prejudicial to the author's honor or reputation. Right of integrity means if any creator's work is infringed, infringed is nothing but a it is stolen by some other persons illegally, or copying its author's work illegally, that all comes under the infringed. So this is subject to derogatory treatment. Derogatory treatment is nothing but some critical attitude, so which is prejudicial to author's honor or reputation. Derogatory treatment is basically material distortion, which is nothing but a author's material uh, destroying author's material, alteration of literary, dramatic, music, which is nothing but a changing books, music, dramas without taking the permission of the author, doing of anything in relation to a work or film that is prejudicial to the creator. All this comes under the derogatory treatment. So just now we have seen copyright protection is following in the two ways. That copyright protection can be done in the two ways: economic rights and moral rights. Economic rights is nothing but a protecting the economic value of the copyright, like right of reproduction, right of performance, right of public transmission, right of distribution, right of presentation, right of lending. All this comes under the economic rights. Next one, moral right. Uh, moral right is nothing but a there are legal obligations to attribute creators and treat their work with respect to these creators' rights are known as a moral rights, which is nothing but a author's work we should respect. That comes under the moral rights. Moral rights again classified into two categories: right of paternity, right of integrity. Right of paternity is nothing but a only author is claiming the authorship of a work, and no other person should not interfere in the authorship of the work. That comes under the right of paternity. Next one, right of integrity. Right of integrity is nothing but a without interference of author, without taking author permission, illegally changing author's materials, or alteration of literary or dramatic or musical work. uh, all this comes under the right of integrity. That's it.